Oh, hey. Hey! What's up, you guys? My name is Delilah. If you don't know already, I'm a freelance makeup artist and my channel is mainly on beauty, but we do like to have a little fun over here. And this is my brain when I haven't smoked in 2 weeks. So you guys already know the ritual. Let's pull out our tea because we're not smoking. So if you guys don't understand why I pulled out the tea, I explained all of that in my first video of what happens to my brain when I haven't smoked in 1 week. Ooh, she's still a little hot, but oh, I made her good again. Not as sweet as the last one, but first thing I want to start out with is with something that I didn't get into as much, the dreaming. My dreams kept getting worse and worse and worse and worse. I'm sitting on this plushy couch and I'm looking up at the ceilings, and the ceilings are so high. Like, I see beautiful lights and I see like these beautiful stairs. And I'm looking around, I'm like, my God, this is such a beautiful house. Like, this is gorgeous. I look to my right. Who's my best friend? Kim Kardashian. Yeah. Fucking crazy. The only person that I really noticed was Kim, and it's so crazy because we're both Libras and shit and whatever. Me and her, we was just chilling. I was just chilling on the couch. We end up going to this little party. She was like, hey, you want to come to this party with me? There's gonna be a lot of important successful people there. I can put you on. So I'm like, all right, yeah, cool. And I'm just like, what the fuck am I gonna wear, man? Like, I look good right now, but I'm just like chilling in your house. I find something to wear. We go to this party. What I remember about the party, like, it was outside and there was a lot of white pillars. Then the party started to go left. There was this Hispanic guy. He was very famous. I don't know who, I can't remember the face, but I knew he was Hispanic because he was speaking Spanish to me. He's asking me if I want a drink and I'm like, sure. I'm just walking around having my drink. He's showing me around and I'm mingling with other people. The dream just shifted and he had me against one of the pillars. And then when I was at the party, it was daytime, but then when he had me against the pillar, everything kind of went dark. So I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I was a little nervous, but I wasn't like shook. I was just a little confused with what was going on. And it seemed like he was trying to take advantage of me. It's like he was tipsy. He wasn't being aggressive. So that's why I wasn't so scared. But you know, when you're having a nightmare, things are in slow motion. So you can't really defend yourself as much as you're trying to, or like push them away, because everything is usually in slow motion when you're having a nightmare. I end up getting away. I run down these stairs and it's super dark. And what the f do I see? I literally see people doing rituals in the dark in a hidden room. And I'm like, what the f is this? And then my dream switched to something else, but that was the most vivid dream that I could remember. But after that, I was just having a lot of like gruesome dreams. A dream that I mentioned in the last video, I was basically talking to someone. They were in their car. I was talking to her and she was thanking me for something. I'm not gonna say what because it's too personal. Like, it's something that's actually happening in real life, but I can't talk about it. I just don't want to put anybody on the spot. I'm sorry that this sounds confusing, but basically the person that I'm talking to, they're going through something with their family. I found out about it and I felt very bad, and I'm like, damn, I wish that there was something that I could do. And then I had the dream and she was thanking me. She was like, thank you so much for helping out. Like, this really means a lot. It means a lot to this person and to us. And I'm just like, yeah, of course, no problem. Like, I love you. I care for you. And she's in her car and I'm outside the car. My arm is like leaning against her window. The whole time we're talking, the world, or I don't know if it's just the city that I was in, was destroyed. Like, complete chaos behind me, and we were talking like normal, like if this is the norm. The sky was literally red with all the fires that was going on. Cars were on fire, buildings, houses, there was smoke everywhere, cars were f***ed up, there was glass all over the floor. Basically the world was coming to an end like little by little, and we were at the point where it's like, holy shit, this is the world every single day until it ends. So the next thing that I want to talk about were my emotions. So I discovered weed through friends. Obviously I was surrounded by a certain crowd and I was curious about it. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna smoke weed until I turn this age, or I'm never gonna try anything. Till this day, I've never put a cigarette to my mouth. And it took me a long time to start smoking weed. I think I started when I was like 21, 22 years old. Back then, I would just do it for fun. But then like when I had the urge to smoke on my own, I'll get creative. So I found it as, oh my God, this is so cool. I'm chill, I'll relax, I'm feeling a little lightheaded, and I feel creative. So as time passed, more stress, more responsibilities, I started to smoke weed whenever I felt something. Whenever I was angry, depressed, whatever it may be, I would just go to it and it'll make me feel better. It'll help with my anxiety. If I was overthinking, it'll help cloud my mind. Since I stopped, I had to deal with my emotions on my own. And because of that, I was angry and I was annoyed all the time with everyone. Let me tell you guys a little story time. I had a Nissan Sentra, and poor Nissan. It was almost time for her to die. It was almost time. Like, she was on her last leg. Like, she was not doing very good. And I knew that at one point she's gonna stop working on me. She stops working. I was at work. I was in the middle of a shift, and my car broke down after I took my break. And I'm like, holy shit, now I have to take an Uber home. I'm like, I'm gonna have to find a car fast because I have to get to work. This was around the time that I was getting a good amount of shifts. So I'm like, I need to figure this shit out quick. Since I'm like, you know what, like, me and my boyfriend, we're trying to figure out what to do. And then my mom was like, why don't you guys just get a rental until you get a car, or like just figure out what you want to do with the Nissan or whatever. We're trying to get this rental and it's a nightmare. The first spot that we went to, I forgot my ID. The second spot we go to, the motherfuckers want to say that they're closed. They weren't even closed yet. Third spot that we went to, they were like, oh, you can't use your debit card. It has to be a credit card. I'm like, oh my God. So mind you, we're going to all these places and we don't have a car. So how are we getting to the rental spots? We're Ubering. Uber to the first spot, I forgot my ID. Had to order another Uber to go home to get my ID. Since I'm like, you know what, this spot is gonna close, let's go to another spot. Paid for another Uber. And then they were like, oh, we're closed. So we walked to another rental spot. Oh, you need your credit card. I'm like, oh my God, like another Uber, and then an Uber to come back. We're waiting outside. It's cold because the rental spot is so small. The workers being a bitch. We finally get inside. Mind you, if my boyfriend didn't, like, as soon as he grabbed the door and we went inside, this bitch closed the gate. I'm like, are you kidding me? So then, right, we're like, okay, I found my credit card, I found my ID, we got this. Why the when she checked my ID, she's like, oh, you've been banned from this and this and that and that. I'm like, how the how? I literally lost my mind. I go outside and I start losing my mind. Like, I'm trying so hard not to cry, and I'm like, tell my boyfriend, I'm like, hold my bag. And he's like, what you about to do right now? Acting like if I'm about to fight the bitch. And I'm like, no, bro, hold this so I won't throw my Marc Jacobs bag. Hold this bag so I can breathe, so I can let anything out that I need to let out, because I'm about to explode right now. I'm about to explode. So that whole, all that money wasted on Ubers to go back home with no rental, no car, with my fucked up Nissan parked at home. Yo, we get home, I start hyperventilating. I start crying. Oh my God. Like, my boyfriend was just looking at me like, damn, this is the bitch I chose. I was losing it. I was hyperventilating. I was crying. I didn't know what to do. I was like pulling my hair. I'm like, yo, I don't know what to do at this point. Like, I'm going crazy. This is so fucked up. I don't have anything to calm me down. This shit is crazy. This shit gotta happen when I quit smoking weed. I gotta go to work. I spent all this money on Ubers. Like, this is some bullshit. This is where the tea comes in. I have nothing else to calm me down. Don't have any video games that I like at the moment to calm me down. I can't film a video to calm me down. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna make this tea. I made the tea and it calmed me down. I was literally shaking. I was like, yo, I can't do this. Like, this can't be life. Like, this is so up. It was just one thing after another. I'm like, you know what? This is all you have right now. This is all you have to believe in. Make the tea. Maybe the warmth and the herbs of the tea will calm you down. Take a hot shower, unwind, write in your journal, calm down. So that's what I did. I made my tea and I took a shower. Did I write in my journal? No. Backtrack to when my car got up and I was still at work. I got pissed off that my car broke down. On top of that, I haven't smoked in 2 weeks now. There's a nosy coworker that always wants to be in my business. If you see a person and you greet them, you can tell that there's something wrong by the way that they greet you. Or if they don't greet you at all. It's okay if you ask, are you okay? Are you good? If the person responds nah, leave them the alone. But this person is very persistent and they don't even know you that well. And it's like, listen, I don't know you. I don't personally know you. You're not my friend. You are just someone I work with. And if I'm telling you, nah, I'm not good, and the way that I'm responding to you, leave me the alone. Why are you in my business? Why are you trying to be in my business? Why are you trying so hard? In my 20s, I learned not to overshare, not to spread your business out there with whomever. So I blow up talking to another coworker and I'm just going off. I'm cursing and I don't give a who hears me. I'm like, this shit is ridiculous. I don't even know this person and you're always asking me like what's wrong or what's good or you want to talk about it or this and this and that. Mind your business. If I'm going through something, yeah, I am. But I'm gonna go through it on my own. I'm gonna tell my family about it. I'm gonna tell my close friends about it. I'm not gonna tell you. Who the are you? I got so pissed off, it was to the point that the bitch apologized to me in front of everyone. It was awkward. Another thing that happened. Something else happened with another colleague. And I'm gonna tell you why that shit happened. And you guys may think that I'm being a mean ass person because the person was just trying to ask if I was okay and this and this and that. But this is the reason why I got pissed off. Week 2 of me not smoking, I started to become so aware of things, of people, of situations, everything. I was sharp, okay? I was sharp. In the beginning, when I was always high and ditzy, the same person that was so persistent, I would talk to them like if I knew them. When I stopped smoking, I'm like, hold the on. This doesn't seem genuine. This feels forced. Why does this person want to know so much about me? And it's like, I think back on the things that this person will say to me and I'm just like, okay, you're weird. I had another incident with another colleague. This person likes to give attitude when they're feeling overwhelmed. That's not my problem if you can't handle your job. At the end of the day, a client may piss me off and I'm gonna vent about it to a colleague or to my boyfriend or to my mom, whoever. I'm gonna vent about it and I'm gonna move on. That shit isn't gonna ruin my whole entire day and I'm not gonna treat everyone around me like shit because I'm overwhelmed at work. That's not how it works. If you're overwhelmed at work, you talk to your colleague to calm down and to have a good laugh. You don't treat your colleagues like shit because you're overwhelmed and you want to have a bitchy attitude with everybody for some reason. So what did I do? I confronted the person. I'm gonna speak my mind because what else happened when I quit smoking? Everything that my boyfriend taught me of defending myself, and it's not wrong to defend myself in any situation because you have feelings. You have an ego. And sometimes you gotta tell people when they're doing something wrong. You have to put people in their place sometimes because you're never gonna be respected. That week, I'm like, oh, okay, this is happening. I'm gonna speak my mind and you're not gonna tell me shit. You're gonna respect me. Has anyone given me an attitude? No, I'm respected. But to other people, what I realized because of what I did, I'm looked at as the bitch. When a woman takes initiative, when a woman speaks up, when a woman doesn't take no shit, she's considered a bitch. But when a man does it, they're a boss. I'm not a bitch. I'm a boss. I know my worth. So you're not about to sit here and disrespect me. So moving forward, I started realizing a lot of shit, a lot of fake shit when it came to people, when it came to reality, when it came to working a regular job. In the first video, I was telling you guys how I was doing a lot of research. I was watching a lot of podcasts, seeing a lot of eye-opening content and just documentaries and shit like that. I didn't understand what the Matrix was. I didn't understand what people was trying to say about the Matrix. Ever since I quit smoking, I really understood what it was. I understood, but I guess I didn't really because I never watched the movie. I tried to, but I fell asleep. Love one of my colleagues a lot, but this person will say, oh, let's make this money. This person will say that every time when we're at work. If you're stuck in that world, if you're not out of the matrix just yet, you hear that as motivation, like, oh yeah, let's work harder, let's get these clients, let's do this, let's do that. But once I crawled out of the matrix, I'm like, we not making no money. Money for who? What do you mean let's make this money? We not making the money. The man is making the money. We making the money for them. We get the chump change. That shit struck a nerve. Quitting weed reminded me I do have a purpose and what my purpose in life is. When I was smoking weed every single day, I was lost. Even though I was using it for stress and depression, it wasn't helping. I felt like my life was crashing down. And quitting weed made me realize my self-worth, how great and talented of a person I am, that I'm too good to be around certain people. You are the people that you surround yourself around. I had a friend that was loose, that was considered loose, and my siblings would say, oh, you got to be careful, you are who you hang around. And I will say, even though I hang out with her and she's loose, I'm not loose. So what are you trying to say? My siblings or sibling would say some shit like that, and they never want to explain. It's like the motherfucker was gatekeeping. Even though I wasn't exactly like this girl, I was doing things that my friends were doing. Not being ambitious, hanging around on the block, smoking, drinking, listening to music, wasting time. We're not talking about investing, we're not talking about money, how to make more money. We're a group of people with bank accounts. Let's invest in something. I was chilling with people that didn't give a fuck about their lives. They just wanted to do the same shit every day. At my old job, the reason why I was so miserable was because everyone at that job knew and saw my potential and knew what I was capable of. That's why I had low-key haters at that job. They knew what I was capable of, but I didn't, because my mind was fogged up. Now I know what I'm capable of and I'm doing it. People back then used to say, you're so consistent. In my mind, I'm like, consistent? I used to upload on YouTube like once a month. That's not consistent. What, me posting little stories here and there on Instagram? How is that being consistent? Now I'm consistent. I'm posting 2 videos every week and it's nothing. Easy. People at my old job will literally ask me, what are you trying to do next after here? I'm like, honestly, I don't want to work. I don't want to work another job. People looked at me like if I was fucking crazy. The judgment in their eyes, they were like, what? Like, what do you mean? What do you mean, what do I mean? You're still stuck in the matrix. You think that this is life. Working, a regular job, a 9 to 5, a part-time. Like, you think this is life? This ain't life. This why you still struggling. But then when you look at my life on YouTube, you think that I'm living this lavish, luxurious life. Why? Why do you think that? Because I'm getting multiple sources of income? Because I'm not just relying on this job? Because you see that I'm being because I'm being consistent on this. The way that my videos look, my quality. I'm not rich yet, but I'm getting there. I'm doing a pretty damn good job. People looked at me like, who the fuck are you? Who do you think you are? Like, trying to build your own business, trying to be a freelance makeup artist. And I didn't know this whole time. When I would try to help other people out, they would just look at me like if I'm trying to rub my success in their face. But the whole time, I'm giving you the blueprint on how to do things and learn from my mistakes. Because if I would have did this and this and that, I would have been a lot farther in life. So if I'm giving you this advice and you don't want to take it, it's so fucking sad. You rather just judge me and hate me for the things that you want to do. This whole time, I knew something was wrong. It felt like I was in a revolving door. I'm like, why is this shit happening? Why do I feel stuck? Why do I feel like I'm not growing as a person? I was too comfortable. I didn't want to break out of my comfort zone. Quitting weed broke me out of that comfort zone. And that's something that I always preach. If you're scared of something, you gotta do it. What happened the other day? On Valentine's Day, I had to do this lovely lady's makeup for the Today Show. Back then, I would have been like, oh, I don't think I'm gonna go because it's all the way in Manhattan and she wants her makeup done at 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. So that means I have to wake up at 4 and I'll rather be with my boyfriend. Everyone should at least do one thing for a month that will get them out of their comfort zone. Because even though, like, till this day, when I'll get a client, I'll still get nervous because it's something that doesn't happen all the time. If I get a client every single day, I'm not gonna have those nerves anymore. Even though I'm good at what I do, when I do get a client, I do get a little nervous because it's something different. Even though I've done it a lot, but it's not a consistent flow. I really do advise everyone to do something for a month that will get you out of your comfort zone. The fact that I'm not doing it is a challenge with everything. Just the way I move in general, like everything is different because I'm not doing something that I used to do all the time. Like, yeah, I can smoke, but I don't need it every single day now. If I smell it, if I see someone smoking, I know that I can be like, nah, and I love that. I have self-control when it comes to that now. So yeah, I will update you guys on the last 2 weeks because that marks a month of me not smoking. So thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a beautiful positive comment down below and I'll see you guys soon. It's you and me and we making arrangements. Is it hot in here?